When Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is growing its popularity, Fox decided to make a movie adaptation of the show labeled Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. This is where I got my inspiration to the entire franchise and became a Power Ranger fan altogether, and I love this movie from beginning to end. Now, does it really need a video game?
Well, with the first game being a success on the Super Nintendo, you might think that the movie adaptation will be really good on the same console. Well, guess what? They just suck cow donkeys.
Sorry, but I don't have the Super Nintendo game thanks to the stupid internet scam. Well, that won't be a problem right now thanks to the internet. Well, let me explain this game around stock footage that I can find. Short and to the point, this game doesn't follow the movie at all. Starting off with the title that ruins the entire game altogether. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, featuring Ivan Ooze. Featuring! What the fuck were they fucking thinking? Ivan Ooze is the main villain of the entire film. If you're not gonna follow the movie at all, you could just call it a sequel to the original game. You know what? That's what this game should have been called. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2. No elements that involves the movie at all.
Alright, enough stalling. I'm not going to review the Super Nintendo version because, well, after I've seen the game and some gameplay footage, not really good. But what I am going to do is, I'm going to actually review the Sega Genesis version. Now, to be precise, this is actually one of the rarest games that can actually be good. Movie-based video games are actually shit, and they're still going on today. This is actually one of the few games that can do it right. Now you might be thinking, does it actually do it right? Well, watch the review and find out.
Alright, it starts off with some backstory of the series just like in the beginning of the film. And, surprise, the story is exactly like how the film followed. I'm really shocked about this. Just take a listen to this. 6,000 years ago, a morphological being known as Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror. He rid entire planets of their adult population, then brainwashed the young to follow in his evil path. A faction of young warriors known as the Order of Meladin lured him into a hyperlock chamber and buried him deep underground. Present day of Angel Grove, an inner city construction crew accidentally uncovered the hyperlock chamber and released the evil power of Ivan Ooze. And that is how the story of the beginning really followed the film. And I'm really shocked they actually did it. So continuing on with the story, Ivan attacked the command center, which causes the Rangers to lose their powers. So the Rangers have to travel to the planet named Phaedos to find the great power and save Angel Grove from Ivan's evil hands. While on their way to the planet, Ivan took over the minds of the parents of Angel Grove and trapped Rita and Zed into a tiny snow globe for some reason. Well, he took over as the primary villain for the film, because Rita and Zed are just lackeys in that one. Upon further investigations, they found the Master Warrior known as Dulcia, so she helps the Rangers to find the great power and call on the power of Ninja, which are their new powers they're going to use. From their travels, they run into some skeleton creatures and some stone gargoyles, which are the gatekeepers of the great power. And as time passed longer, the parents of Angel Grove dug up two morphological monsters, one shaped like an ant and one shaped like a scorpion. Ugh. Back on Phaedos, the Rangers destroyed the gatekeepers and got their powers back. That is a really cool thing. The Rangers arrived back home, called the Zords, and managed to destroy one of Ivan's robots. So Mr. Splooge got pissed off and morphed into the only one that he has left. They had no choice but to call on the Megazord and defeat Ivan once and for all. Meanwhile, there is actually a subplot that tells the story of how the three new Rangers, Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, knew it was hard since they started off as Rangers, and it all started off since when Tommy became the White Ranger. Alright, story aside, let's get on to the gameplay. The game is settled as a side-scrolling beat-em-up game from beginning to end. You control a Ranger with the D-pad in all four directions. Tapping left or right twice will allow you to run. Pressing the C button will cause you to jump. Pressing the B button allows you to do a regular punch attack, but pressing it repeatedly will cause you to do a combo. While holding the B button will allow you to fire your power weapon. That's really cool. And pressing B while jumping will allow you to do an air flip kick, a jump punch, or a flying kick. And pressing the A button will do a crazy flip kick. It's powerful, but just don't abuse it too much. Each Ranger has different controls and the same weapons like in the previous game. But the White Ranger has a different weapon named Saba. You know, the sword with the tiger head on the end like in Season 2? Yeah, that's his weapon. Well, throughout the levels, you'll be fighting some Oozmen, or Oozlings, whatever you want to call them. and they are the foot soldiers in the movie, or you'll be finding some Z-Putties that are from Season 2. Along your travels, you will see the Rangers' power coins scattered around the level. In my advice, I would like to say, do not grab the Mastodon or Saber-Tooth Tiger power coin. They only have the purpose for bonus games. But the Pterodactyl, Triceratops, and White Tiger power coin restores your health, and I love it. But the one that you truly need is the Tyrannosaurus power coin. It's the best one because it gives you an extra life to continue on in the game. I gotta be honest, that is very helpful.
Now, the one thing I really like about this game is that it follows the movie really well. And I know it only explains it during cutscenes, but come on, it still follows the movie. Can that give any points for that? And of course, this is actually very rare because movie-based video games can be very hard to comply. Well, of course, we got some rare ones like, say, Batman on the NES and GoldenEye on the N64. Unlike the Super Nintendo version, where it doesn't even follow the movie at all. Which, of course, I still can't get that out of my mind. Why can't any game do that? Anyway, back at the game.
Unlike the Megazord fights in both versions in the original game, which are fighting style, they decided to keep the formula of the Zord battles like in Ranger form. The two best things I like to say that are making more realistic and continuity to the show, like 1, the Megazords never jump, and 2, I like this part, you get to choose any Zord that you want to bring into the battle. For the Ninja Zords, we got the Ninja Megazord and the Falcon Zord. For the Thunder Zords, we got the Thunder Megazord and the Tiger Zord, and they all control pretty good for Zord battles. I love fighting the monsters in Zord battle because it's so satisfying when I do it! After the first Zord battle, we get some flashback levels from when Tommy became the White Ranger, up to when Rocky, Adam, and Aisha became the new Red, Black, and Yellow Rangers. And I gotta say, these are really good. It follows the storyline really well, including up to the part where Zed took over Rita's spot. After that, we get a big climax with Ivan Ooze when he formed into his only Ectomorphicon left. We take him down for the last time in space with the Ninja Mega Falcon Sword. We get this cool cutscene with Ivan getting destroyed by Ryan's Comet, just like in the movie, and with their victory, the Rangers save Angel Grove from Ivan Ooze's plan. And of course, we get the best cameo of all time. Our favorite comic relief duo, Bulk and Skull, said that they destroyed the robots themselves. Ha! Very funny. So I gotta say, for a movie-based video game, I say this one is pretty good. I still say it's kind of rare to find some movie-based games that are kind of like this, following the movie. Well, that's what I call it. But the graphics look awesome for a Genesis game. Each level has different sceneries that make me feel fresh and new. The backgrounds look great and the character designs look pretty good for a Genesis game. The controls are great. I always feel like a Power Ranger every time when I control any of them. It's satisfying. Plus, the music is fantastic. It has familiar themes that are from the show, and it really makes me feel like I am really playing a Power Ranger game. Because how can you not play a Power Ranger game with Power Ranger music? This can tell that this is the best Power Ranger game that I've ever played for a while, and this is the one I truly love for the franchise. For a Power Rangers game, I truly love it. I cannot put it down no matter how many times I tried. If I want to truly play a Power Ranger game that follows something, this is the one I truly recommend. Not the Super Nintendo version, the Sega Genesis version. It shows what the movie can really do on the Sega Genesis.
So yeah, this game actually satisfies me. We're at the halfway point right now and there's 2 games left in the Power Rangers Marathon. So it's time to cut the bullshit. It's now time to not look at the great games of the Power Rangers franchise, but now take a look at some of the games that remind you of cow dumping, that is garbage running through your brains while having the ability to think about piss of shit covered in vodka. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be nasty shit that you don't want to touch at all.